should be fast. I'm looking at it now, making sure I have like the space for it. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here in BRB to talk for a second, I guess. For anyone who doesn't know what Blue Fire is, I'm going to show you as soon as I remember where my desktop display is. This one. It was up the whole time. I played this and I thought it was great. I actually just remembered I mentioned it in a video at one point. I think my last like movement shooters one. Yeah, it's sort of it advertises itself as Souls-like. I don't know if that's the right term. I would compare it more to like Hat in Time with a sword. But the base game itself was very fun, and I still 100% would recommend this to people. You just play as a little fella. And it looks like Void Maker is installed, so I'm going to go ahead and show you a level I made with the level editor that was just recently released. And it's called Blue Fire Void Maker. And it's not dead silent. I just had it muted because I was listening to fucking metal or something when I was playing it. And you know what? Since I have it downloaded, I can even look at some of the levels other people have made. So if you happen to have played this, I'll give you the cue. Maybe you can show me a level you did. I feel like it's unlikely because it's kind of niche. But yeah. I'm sort of winging the stream here, so I have to get my controller plugged in too. Hey FUNKe, we're releasing a game called Forgive Me Father, would love to work with you. So, I've gotten an email about that before, I didn't respond. I streamed Forgive Me Father a few weeks ago, and I really liked it, and I still plan on finishing it. I don't really know what you mean by work with, or what that entails, so I can follow up later. But I like your game. So, you got a thumbs up from me so far. Anyways, this is Two Forts Suit Hordes, a level I made like a week ago. I'm just going to play through it and maybe show you how it was made afterwards. So you'll probably fill in pretty quick, but just know I placed everything and I wrote all the text in this, but all of the assets are pre-made. The man stands in place, lifelessly quiet. Initially, you mistook him for a statue. You'd kick him out of sight if you had the chance. I think this, for me, I could probably beat it in like 5-10 minutes. You guys want me to voice act this or just read through it? Because I wrote all of it and I'm not super intent on sitting here and patting myself on the back. Okay.
The moat's acting up again. I'm gonna level with you. This place is too big for anyone else to run around. Save your ass and mine and go pick up all the soot. Then head to the bridge across, yeah?
Oh, I'm getting spine camped. There's a lock-on button that I'm forgetting. Who would put a sentry gun and a demo man in front of the spawn door? You can hear mechanical gunfire noises from the other side. The gunfire has stopped and been replaced with electric shocks and spark sounds. The electric sounds have been drowned out by endless flames from a gas tank. So, this is what I was talking about the scale being a little off. I didn't realize you could scale down props until later, so I kind of just stuck with it. You hear the urgent ringing of alarm bells. A voice over the speaker warns of an intruder dressed in red. You hear a muffled voice from behind the door, repeating exactly what the speaker voice just said.
In the base?
This will come together in a minute when I'm outside.
28, 29, 30, 31! I did it! 31!
He's counting in binary using his fingers. Actually, on closer inspection, he doesn't have fingers. I was proud of that one. I feel like no one will ever see this level unless I stream it. So, I'm going to take my time and show you it. So, I tried to build it like a real level where you kind of have to progress piece by piece. So, like, where do I go? Oh, geez. Alright, go up. How do I get up? So, there's an elevator. I'm actually pretty experienced at this, but they're not paying me enough to try. Oh, I fucked it up. If you have Blue Void Maker, I already have this uploaded, so if you want to play it yourself, you can. And I already know how to solve my puzzle, so it's not going to be too surprising when I get where I need to. I'll even show you all my secrets.
Oh, I appreciate your concern, but I'm too stuck as you think I am. I'm actually serving my court-ordered mandatory house arrest for chucking youngsters in the moat. Pretty light sentence, if you ask me.
What matters is I made myself laugh making this. This is a secret. You're not supposed to find this unless you like look up. And the objective is to collect all of the orbs. I just call them soup. Like of a volcano. So this is the level. That was just the tutorial. And the thing is, I don't know how a new person would play this, so I don't know if they walk out here and they're like, where do I go? So I'm gonna try and pretend I don't know where to go, but I know exactly where to go. Left or right? Chat. Important decision here. Right? Good choice. It was kind of fun having the scale be so terrible that it's just a mountain to get to the, like, up here. I forgot to show it, but on the other side, this door is locked. That's why you couldn't get out this way. Johnny Sawmill is trying to fix the door. By fix the door, I mean Johnny Sawmill is knocking in code trying to talk to the door. The door hears him, but chooses not to respond. What's cool about the editor is you can implement these sort of fixed camera angles. So, I got to do fun stuff like this, where it makes you look up. As above, so below. Well, unless you're a centaur. Or a mermaid. Or a frozen lake. Or an espresso coffee. Or creme brulee. Also jorts, I guess. Good job, writer. Thanks, player. It's a really big anvil. If it dropped on someone's head, it would get a really big laugh. So this is like the big view of Two Fort here.
Magma power is a total juggernaut of a power source for us. I'm not gonna act like we didn't have better options, though. But at the end of the day, magma power just sounds stupidly cool.
Thought it would be fun to build a little lore to the land. This is where the platforming section comes in. Now a normal... Oh, fuck, I forgot to get the checkpoint. A normal player would not do as well as me. But thankfully, I can strategically lower my IQ at any time to simulate a real player. Pressure plate hitbox. May be larger than appears. This was a haiku. I wanted the elevator to start up there, but for some reason the level editor doesn't let me do that, so you just have to like drop down. I worry it makes people not understand the elevator in training joke, which I thought was sort of my coup de grace, but I did what I could. So maybe it's my fault. I should have put a checkpoint right there. In fact, now that I think about it, yeah. But I'm going to retrace my steps here. So there is a checkpoint up here, but it's after the platforming segment. This is good. I'm like learning. I'm playtesting my own map right now. In my youth, I had obsessed with climbing trees. That drive of mine grew into a fixation on heights. He proceeds to ramble for so long, you begin pulling grass out of boredom. So yes, let's just say I married my 9-2 wife for more than one reason. And that's the reward you get for going up there. So there's like these little sniper towers you gotta dodge. I also tried to make everything inspectable just because I had fun writing. You wonder if stars are as abundant as atoms. You get a little spaced out but snap out of it. Ow. So this is probably a part where the player like doesn't know where to go, I'll admit. But we'll be fine. Yeah. I'm so awestruck by this lava fall. I can't help but look away from my two pets, Scumpy and Helio. I'll turn around and check on them later. A half-eaten pie and sunny side-up egg are sitting on the floor. Can't help but notice they're not on plates. You take a bite. I might have spent more time writing than I did making the level, like the platforming fun. It's a book titled The Man Who Touched Lava. Page 1.
I'm gonna find out once and for all what lava feels like. I have to know.
Page 2.
Lava, in my experience, has the texture of regret.
So there are 2 ways to go from here. Oh, fuck. So because of the limits of the engine, like you can only put so many items. This is what I had to do to convey that the player shouldn't go here. You recognize this foliage. It's called a phantom limb bush. Despite its look, endless invisible twigs jut out above the visible leaves. So there's lore to the world now, too. The side of the ship reads the Change Maker. You hear the sound of a coin flipping in the air. You also hear the distant roaring of a very angry kobold. It's a reference to my D&D campaign, which takes place on a ship. And is currently ongoing.
They told me it couldn't be done. Boats ain't made for the spicy river, they said. You'll crash a rock and drown in red.
They were right. So if you look on the front of the ship, he actually crashed into some rocks and he's just stuck here. I wanted to have more platforming down here, but again, limitations of object placement. But I did manage to come up with this.
I can't reach him. None of my chains are long enough. I should have just got one really long chain instead.
And you can start to see, like, I couldn't make the full, whatever it's called, the underground water part of 2 Fort. I would have made the whole level. I would have made the intel room and all that, but this is all I could sort of chunk out of it. That look you're glaring at me. This must be your first spring magma fountain. Magma and lava actually contain lots of little water vapors, so they're water, darn it! Why did your look just get even more vindictive? It's true. Lava and magma as water vapors, well, at least until it, like, starts flowing on the surface. Then it evaporates into gas. So there are bits that you can stand on. It was originally covered, but I had to get rid of some of the lava because this takes up a lot of the assets. There's like 300 single lava pieces because there's not one big lava. I guess I could have made that into platforming, but I chose not to because what else could I put down there? I'm already at the limit. I like that idea though. I didn't even think about it. Maybe I could have done something. This was easier when I made the level. This might seem weird, but there's lore to it, I promise. This was just there was a lot of space to fill here, and I had very limited resources. So you'll understand in a minute why there's a fucking blender on the side of the map.
Thanks for explaining the marble. I now am passing marble arts and engineering.
Anytime. If you stand right here, you'll be safe. I made it go up a little bit just so you kind of have a safe spot. You do need to be careful here, because it'll hit you. So, there's still a lot more to get. So, you'll notice there's a door here, but it's locked. I feel like the joke might have been lost because of the way I walked here, but these binoculars are pointed at a lever that opens the door, but if you use the binoculars, they work in reverse.
This has been the developer commentary.
So, because I need to get all of the orbs before I go here, I'm gonna go look at some other stuff. You wonder who would be brave enough to go underground in a town over a lava core. You try to open the mine's entrance, but fail and end up getting a splinter in the process. Someone in chat said there's a lot of rule of thirds in this writing. You can only have up to 3 lines of writing in the dialogue, which is why at most it is only ever 3.
This contraption might seem scary, but it's vital to preventing a magma buildup. If the lava gets too chunky and still, it hardens and fills up the moat. Basically, mashing it up when it overflows keeps us all from worrying.
And there's your lore explanation for the blender, which is definitely how lava and magma works, and please don't question it. So the idea is this is a town where people live, and they kind of use the lava as an energy source. That guy, he was talking about magma power. That's a real thing. You can use sort of the energy of flowing magma.
Perks of living next to a lava moat. Free trash can. You don't need to flush a lava moat either. Negatives of living next to a lava moat? Well, I used to have a 3-year-old toddler.
Let you sit on that one. Here swims Duck, age 3. There's a message written on it.
I'm sorry I couldn't find you, my boy.
Another message spray painted in new handwriting says,
He's still alive, idiot!
What? What? What?
Papa!
The child is fixated on the lava. He seems desperate to try drinking it. Miscellaneous trash and filth lands here. You suspect the child has survived off these scraps. This is the important part. Do you choose to inform the child's father of his location? Press A for no. You can't actually pick. So, I thought I would have a little dark joke. Alright, where next? I'll go left off of the middle crates. What do we have here? An old key. Where does the old key go? There's a locked door there. The kid's still alive. You should be happy. I could have said that. I could have ended that joke at the grave, and I chose to give the player closure via environmental storytelling. If a key opens a door to a room with no contents, which is the most useless object? The key, the door, or the room? I'll take a swig of water while you think that one over. Answer.
I threw my dice up there hoping it triggered the plate. It didn't work. And also that was 2 days ago. I should have just used them to climb up myself. Ah!
I had no assets, so I just threw a thing here, so it wouldn't be an empty room. This is probably like the most real video gamey part of the level that isn't just platformer Undertale. I thought it was like fair. I feel like this is passable. And we're rounding up here.
Closed the door in all its function. Appalled me in all my contentment. Nosy, you in all your nosy. It's...
I have all 4. Oh, fuck. You gotta fix that. Yeah. And that's the level. I beat it. My time, 25 minutes. Alright. I feel bad for anyone who doesn't know how to beat it already. Probably takes you an hour. And that's the level I made in Blue Fire Void Maker. I would do the bow emote if it was available in this program. Okay. So, yeah. Don't actually know how to go back to menu. Hold on. If you want to play it yourself, I don't know why you would. You just watch me play it. Void Maker has a public library. This is essentially its workshop mode, where you can browse. So if you look up 2 for it, you'll find mine. I haven't really played any of the existing ones. I'll go ahead and ask, does anyone in my chat have their own levels that you'd want me to play? It's unlikely, but just on the off chance one of you already knew about this, let me know. I'll play it. If not, I'll play a couple of the existing ones, because I'm curious what other people have made. Let's look at newest. Bebber24. A little easy test. Mine is the 3rd newest. People don't know about this add-on, third party, whatever it's called. People don't really know about this thing. I'll try like the top one. Speedrun strats. This void will guide you through the various techniques and strategies used by speedrunners. Huh, that's cool. To someone else. That is cool someone made it, but I was looking for an actual level. Seastone Village. Wait, it said that the finish time was like 5 hours. It takes 6 hours to beat this? Woohoo! People are making their own video game. I probably will not play this full thing.
Welcome, warrior, to Seastone Village. Now that the shadow is no longer a threat, towns like these can continue to thrive in safety. Feel free to explore as much as you please. Please.
Have I played Robot 64? No. Have it.
Wow, I can't believe how huge the ocean is. Someone told me a giant animal known as a whale swims out there. Haven't seen one yet.
This is the real thing. Why does the ocean look like a bunch of clouds? I didn't get a good look at it. No, that's an ocean. It's just really still water. There's an asset that's just a really big square of water. And I get the feeling they used that. How did this... So there's 80 things. It doesn't seem like it's a majorly huge map. I'm kind of surprised 6 hours was the playtime of it. Maybe they're just fucking with people. And they just idled before beating it. Because, like, only one person has played it. They set it up that I have to unlock the abilities. So there's still some stuff I cannot do. Like, I have to unlock the double jump. I like this sort of isolated castle thing they're going for. I was hoping to find like meme maps of people just making characters say terrible things, but I'm here for actual real levels too. I'll just look around it, maybe not go for everything.
Place sure is a lot different than Rust City. All I've ever known is extreme heat and magma flows. Now that the shadow's gone, I can finally take a break from the steam house.
Good for you. Got like a little castle area.
Warrior, I must apologize. I'm not sure what had come over me, but I hope you can forgive my past actions. Now that things are back to normal, I've decided it may be best to have a change of scenery.
I know there's technical limitations, but it would have been cool if you could have like up to 5 lines of dialogue. I know most people don't care to listen to text for more than like 3. And I actually kind of agree to that. I get very bored if I'm getting word saladed. But it wouldn't hurt like to have an outlier. Just, you know, one expository character per level. Doesn't seem like too much. Text is very GPU intensive. I did not know that. Interesting. Well, I think it's a little more fair that it's capped then. You can manually set what music plays on the level. I don't think you can trigger it based on like where you're walking. But I'm guessing they just chose to not have any. I don't think it's actually true. guess I probably should have stopped to think about that. Text is GPU and wow, I really just ate that up. You just handed me a shit flavored yogurt and I said yum yum eat it up. It was an April Fool's. The April Fool's was me pretending to believe. I rewatched Nathan For You recently, which is why I made that BC's yogurt reference. Still arguably my favorite show of all time. You haven't watched Nathan For You? Just stop torturing yourself. Alright. I'm not super interested in seeing the whole thing. I just wanted to talk to the NPCs, see it. It looks cool. Oh, I didn't know it went that high. Huh. I'm bookmarking that for my own time. Maybe not on stream, though. I'm just gonna scroll down. Maybe see something interesting. A lot of these are very, like, lore realistic. Elevators to Heaven, Auto Void, Dune Slide. Oh, there's only like 20 of these total. Okay, what's Dune Slide? Do not jump or dash after this point. Thanks for the sub, Slothy. It doesn't seem right. Can I, like... Oh, they put death fields. Damn. I really wanted to Mario 64 it. They knew. They accounted. There's like a right room. Oh, it is. What? Didn't you sign my mess? Did you bring a pen? Or do you have photogenic memory? Could maybe work with that. Photogenic. Do you have really... Does your memory look good in photos? Photographic. One more try. I don't really know if this is a dead end or it wants me to do something. It does. It said don't slide but after this point. Cheated? I didn't... Well... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Damn. Okay, one more try. This isn't schmovin', this is Schleiden. He's Schleiden. Oh, that. I thought that was like a stink bomb. Yeah, they were right. I'm not supposed to jump at all. One moment.
Woohoo! Pew! Oh! Yeah! One more.
I don't remember how he yells when he dies. Could someone onomatopoeia how Mario sounds when he dies? Wow, you actually did it. That was a joke.
Yeah!
This is fine. Close and nailed it. Well, which is it? Did I nail it? Or was it close? Put more Italian into it. I literally cannot put more than 16% Italian into it. It is not genetically possible. It's 16.5. They can never give you the exact number. The Forgotten Kingdom? Like the Minecraft song? If I die, I'll start singing Imagine Dragons. How do I... Never forget to be aware of your surroundings, traveler. The answer's not always be apparent. Will not always be apparent. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I thought it was one of those puzzles where you like look up and there's a inscription on the wall, on the ceiling. No. can't see the pink. How long can I hold my breath? I don't know. I've been doing cardio more. A whole solid 60 sit-ups a day. So probably longer than usual. I'll try. Don't try this at home. It's dangerous. Just imagine the Mario slide music, because I'm not playing it again. I forgot to count. I felt like at least a minute. Someone can like that was I actually I'm not fucking with you. I held my breath that whole time. Someone can scrub the I can scrub the VOD later and I'll let you know. Won't update for a bit. I feel like I could have gone longer, but I heard David Blaine, I think it was Blaine, when he was doing his breath holding stunts. He described his trick, or I guess he was underwater. Wasn't he underwater for like an hour? He said that he just imagined a white wall, like a blank wall. He didn't think of anything at all. He conserved his mental energy on nothing. And that's how he was underwater for like an hour. So that's what I tried to do, but you know, hard to imagine a white wall when you're playing a video game. Unless you're unless you're playing Overwatch against Atlanta Rain with a Symmetra, because their skin, like, all their I've already lost the joke. Forget it. Like a white wall. Like if a Symmetra uses her ultimate on Atlanta Rain from the spectator POV, it would be a big white wall. I'm not proud of it, but it's all I could think of. So what's cool is this level editor lets you put like little painterly effects on it. This one seems to have the Borderlands effect. The ambient occlusion outlines. There's a couple of cool like tints and hues you can set onto your level. feel like I used to only be able to hold it for like 45, so I impressed myself today. Seconds. Jump change. 2 minutes. All right. Wow. No, it's not that impressive. That is impressive. 2 minutes. That's solid, man. That's solid, dude. Well done. I wonder if me having not eaten today, like makes there more space in my body, because that's how food works. If you eat less, there's more room to breathe, or something. How long can I go without blinking? I've never tried, and I don't want to. That one is way more uncomfortable. 70% of holding your breath is like just normal living. Like just feeling normal. And then the last 30% is panic mode, survival instinct. Blinking after 10 seconds of not doing it, it's fight or flight response. You know, I totally would. I totally would try and go without blinking, but the thing is, I cut up onions earlier today, and so my eyes had water in them, which means clinically, medically, I'm exempt from the challenge because I'm recovering. I really would. It's not that I'm backing out. It's not that I'm afraid to. I'm medically exempt. Alright. I'm kind of done here. I was making guacamole today. That's a first for me. Someone gave me their recipe. And, I mashed avocados and onions. Haven't tried it yet, though. I have it, like, in the bowl. I was gonna make dinner after this. Did I put lime in it? Yeah. So the recipe I was given called for lime juice, a little bit of cumin, and I chose to put tomatoes in it. But the person who sent me it said that was kind of a toss-up, a give or take. Aw, damn. I'm good. I think I'll try and finish like one more level. Top 3 bands? Like of all time? Not a fair question. I think it's very subjective. I have top bands based on like genre. Top bands ever? King Gizzard, Feed Me Jack, Queen. Little easy test. We do a little easy test. King Gizzard, it was a random pick. I don't think I would fight that battle too hard. I love him. See, when you ask me top bands, I think of bands that have like a spotless record. Like there's not a record that's bad from them. Not even bad, but like every record is actively memorable and great. Which is maybe not a rare breed, but a very strict... It's a strict way to categorize good bands, honestly. Which is why I'm not gonna try. I'll tell you right now, the current genres of music I'm exploring are neo soul and metal. Metal, cause like I know a couple of bands here and there, like Mastodon and Abyss the Rangers. I don't remember their name. And Opeth, and just a couple random ones. And neo soul is just, it feels good for the soul. I feel like I learned a little bit about music listening to like old school soul and jazz. Good soul and jazz. I feel like structurally with music, I've listened to a lot of like rock and prog and loud stuff that I don't have a well-attuned ear for like less is more, silence, space in the mix. Like just having one instrument really do the work. But soul is like well balanced. Not a lot of yelling and overdrive and synth. It's also just good focus music. Like if I'm writing or I'm editing or animating, I can't listen to something too intensive. I feel like that's just sort of a very common feeling though. Like jazz is just good for not controlling your attention too much. Okay, one more. Opinion on American Idiot? I love it. I've spoken with people who like hate Green Day. People who like think it's like boomer progressive rock. Not progressive rock, but like political progressive, not not fucking Deer Hunter. I wish there were more levels in this. It's really slim pickings on this level editor, even if it's new. Temple Party 2, no If all the air. Yeah, punk. But the thing is, the person I was talking to liked punk. And she just hated Green Day for some reason. Never understood it. I think it was something about disliking Billy Joe Armstrong's son. Because Billy Joe Armstrong, he's a cool guy. I saw him during the Hella Mega Tour when Green Day was playing. And dude hasn't aged a day. He's like 50 and he still looks 28. But he has a son, and apparently his son is a real bad actor. I think he's mistreated women. He's just said some unsavory things. And he has his own band, too. And for whatever reason, the person I was talking to, she let that affect her opinion of Green Day itself. Which I was like, that's not fair. To my knowledge, Green Day has a pretty good record, but hell, what do I know? Besides my enemy. Am I right? Am I right, everybody? Am I right? Am I right, everybody? Please, high five me. Please. Yeah, I got one. All right. This dude gets it. Damn, this is actual hard one. Oh. one more try.
Yeah.
Metallica, Pantera, Black Sabbath. I'm working through a metal playlist someone made for me, and I think there's a little Metallica, but I don't recognize Pantera. I mean, I know Black Sabbath, but who doesn't? Know the band, maybe not the music, but the band. Maybe that's what they meant by no fee. No fee. It's no finish. No end. It's weird how you can upload levels and just not bother to finish it. It's even weirder how often it's apparently happening. Sans are. Alright. Any tool? It's on my list. No tool yet, but it is on my list. Yo, they made the ship move. I forgot. There's like an animation function where you can put it on a rail. For a second, I was spun upside down with this music, but I remembered, I think Blue Fire had sort of a tie-in that lets you use their music in this game. But that really set me, I'm like, where did I hear that from? Looking from far away, this does kind of have Hat in Time vibes. Like, more so than the game already has on its own. Boy, you really set this to the minimum speed, didn't you? Oh, I'm starting with, like, no abilities, no jump stashes. And I'm hoping to see a funny skeleton. Doo-doo. Anyone remember Guns of Icarus? What happened to that game? Is this still around? There's like a game where you work with 4 people and you have to keep fixing a ship while attacking other people's. It was really cool in concept, but no one talks about it anymore. And I feel like it might have been one of those games a bunch of YouTubers played and then just everyone stopped.
Jesus l'ancien responsable de la ligne des trains. Le nouvel dispositif sera peut être prêt d'ici peu.
I really apologize to the French viewer that is pulling their headphones off right now.
Revenez ici à la fin de votre visite sur il si sera sûrement terminé.
I'm fine with French. I just don't. I can't speak it. Trying to use sort of my contextual clues to pick up what they're saying. Seems like they're saying go do the other stuff first. Not literally, but I get the gist of it. Balcony? Exploration. Voyager. Farce. Fake. Is he calling... Something's fake? Tour de... like... Fantastic Voyage? playing charades with human language. Peace out, Fall the Air. Oh, it's... Thank you for stopping by at all. It's cool. I don't think I'm probably going to finish this whole thing. Especially because it's coming up on 9. But I'm willing to look around a bit more. Wow, invisible walls. Anything? That's disturbing. Oh. Oh. Actually pretty on key there. Chris, I haven't looked at North Star in a few weeks, maybe even a month or two. So I don't really know what's going on with it right now. I was just giving the North Star client more time to get, like, developed and elaborated on. But I will definitely check it out thoroughly soon. Nah, I'm at a point where I'm just placing most of my faith into Respawn's ability to make a Star Wars FPS. Because if I can't get Titanfall, maybe I can run on a Hoth? That's a planet, I think. On one of those really big dog robots. Yeah, I really want to platform off a Luke Skywalker and a BB-8. I would be okay with this if not for the falling for 10 minutes. Okay. I don't think I can check the playtime on it, but I've just been jumping in and out of levels. I'm kind of done with Void Maker. I need to hop off because I got stuff to do. But yeah. Hopefully more people make stuff. If I'll keep my eye on this, and maybe in a few weeks, if there's a lot of stuff on here, I'll come back and see what else is available. But I actually have to call the stream right now. So thank you anyone that was in chat, lurked, subbed, anything. I appreciate it. If you want to know when I go live, I post on my Discord and my Twitter when I do. If you came here late and you're curious about my next video, it should be at the start of the VOD, unless it gets muted. But TLDR, I have 2 videos I'm working on. One of them is a bit bigger, and I want to outsource some of the animation to some animator friends and just people I trust. The other one is a bit smaller, and it should come out relatively soon. Next stream is either Friday or next Tuesday. And that's it. Also a reminder, if you want to play Gundam Evolution, they have like a beta test you have to join before Thursday. I ask because I don't know how many people are playing, and I want to play it, and I want to make sure that I get a full game. So if I can convince one person to join that beta, maybe I can get that. I'm gonna hop off, but thank you again. And live long and well. I hope that you find your comfort in life in general. All right, that's it. Bye.